Recently, I've been going to a lot of events, shaking hands, getting to meet people, and having a great time. Today, I'm going to an event where I'll be filming on behalf of the Ottawa Business Journal and Techopia as part of our series that we do attending different events. And today, I want to talk about annoying networking tactics. Annoying networking tactics. I'm going to reveal the annoying networking tactics. So, are you a culprit of one of these things? Are you? Let's find out today. Also, at the end of the video, I am going to share why business cards, I made a note, why business cards are still better than other methods of connecting. All right, let's jump in. Annoying networking tactics. Now, before I dive in, I do want to say showing up is half the battle. So, this is not a critique of you. If you're showing up to events, you're doing great. You're doing great. Okay? Get out there, familiarity, make friends, have a good time. Okay, so annoying networking tactic number 1, throwing business cards at people. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, especially if you're new to networking events or events in general, hey, isn't the point to do business? Kind of, yes. However, you don't want to be so direct that you turn people off. Just imagine, when you're walking down the street and you get handed flyers and it's like, out of my face, right? That's how you're coming across when you're going to networking events and throwing business cards at people. So, what is a better way? What is a better way? A better way is to ask questions, listen to understand, learn about people, learn about what they're doing in their business, add value, right? Hey, you're running into this issue? I've also faced that issue, and here's what we did, right? Go to genuinely make connections and make friends. Like a lot of my very good friends at this stage are in the business community, and going to events allows me to see them and have fun with them and make jokes and have a good time, right? So yes, business does come eventually, but don't just go around throwing business cards at people expecting that you have forged some type of meaningful relationship, because what you want to do is forge meaningful relationships. Okay. Annoying networking tactic number 2, not reading the room. This is an important one. Like, where are you? Are you at something a little bit more lively with alcohol and loud music? Are you at something a little bit more quiet and docile? How engaged and interactive how interactive is it with other people? Is there a panel? Is it circulating? Like, read the room, figure out, what type of venue it is, the crowd, because it can be quite annoying if you're not able to read the room, i.e., there's a panel going on and you're still networking, or you're getting piss drunk and people aren't really drinking. So again, like, be yourself, but just don't do these annoying networking tactics. Okay, that's number 2, which is not reading the room. Number 3, interrupting the wrong way. So interrupting is part of it, right? Like, so there's a couple people talking. People typically break out into like dyads and triads, right? And I think it's perfectly, especially if you know like one of the people, and if not, that's fine too, to kind of mosey on and kind of like interrupt, but like kind of hang. So what you don't want to do is like go in, interrupt, and like make it all about yourself and like change the conversation. You want to like appease and influence the conversation and add value to the existing conversation. Because the moment you go there and interrupt what could be a business-changing conversation between two people and making it about yourself, you're really rubbing kind of people the wrong way, okay? So don't go in and change the subject right away. Linger for a little bit and then add some value. Like, don't just like kind of be a wallflower, right? Find the balance, right? But interrupting and kind of interjecting into dyads and triads is kind of part of the game, and so do it, but in a tasteful way. Not adding value. not adding value. So this is the third kind of annoying piece, which is, or sorry, we got one, two, four. This is the four. This is so much value in this video. So not adding value, right? What that could mean is like going in and not really having a conversation about like the topic at hand. Maybe there's a theme to what's going on, or maybe it's not like, it's okay if it's not business related because you want to get people to know people on a human level, but like not really listening to understand, and then like when someone's talking about a specific subject, again veering it towards something completely off topic, right? So keeping it on the focus, because typically if someone's talking about it, it's their priority, okay, and they want to understand how they can potentially solve that challenge. Next one, being cliquey. So sometimes you'll go to events with a couple people or coworkers or people that and I think the big annoying tactic here is staying to your own group too much, right? I mean, a lot of people are going there, most people are going there to meet new people and to engage and interact. And if you're with a group of like 3, 4, 5, 6 people, and you all know each other, it could be a bit like intimidating for someone, depending on who they are, to like want to do that interject and kind of get to know you, right? So it's great to go with lots of people because that's awesome, but try and mingle. Like when I go with 3, 4 people, I'll kind of go get a glass of water, run to the bathroom, I'll kind of mingle around and talk to people, and get to know new people, because look, if I haven't made a new friend or a new contact, it's a failure in my opinion, right? And not for the sake of wanting to sell people, for wanting to add value and make a genuine connection. And it's fun, it's fun, right? So don't be too cliquey, and it's okay, it's good to bring a group, but try to avoid being too cliquey and not circulating. Another thing is also maybe keeping it too business. We're all humans, right? It kind of goes back to the throwing of the business card. It's how's your family? What hobbies do you have? What do you like to do on the weekends? Do you have any siblings? What do you do for fun? Are you from Ottawa? Are you from this city? Do you like to travel? It doesn't have to be. People like doing business with people they like, and that they feel comfortable and familiar with. So don't just become the vendor to that person, or don't just become that one thing, a client to that person. Be versatile, and want to if you don't genuinely want to learn about someone, they're gonna know and they're gonna feel it. And so you can't teach that. I can't teach you how to do that. You have to genuinely want to go into these situations wanting to learn about people so you can better yourself, right? Okay, so next thing. One thing is, so I would say another one is respecting the times, right? So or not even respecting, but being cognizant of the times, right? So know the agenda, know the speakers, know who you want to go see, if there's breakouts and why you want to go see them. Be a part of the event, right? Don't just show up and be what's going on? What's this all about, right? Read the signs, ask people, hey, are you going to check that out? Are you going to check this out? What are you most looking forward to, right? It's a good conversation starter because you're there for the event, right? So, all right, those are annoying networking tactics. Comment below if there's some other ones there. And because you've waited till the end of the video, which I appreciate you, thank you for watching, I'm going to share with you why business cards are still better than other methods, in my opinion. Because recently when I've been going to things, people are like, oh, let me add you on IG, let me add you on LinkedIn, send me an email and I'll reply to it, or send me a text and I'll reply to it. And what I have found is that never really happens, that reply never happens, which is fine, because it's usually on the onus of the person trying to set up the meeting, to sell, to initiate that. But what I find is that although I'm a digital guy, which you may be aware of, I'm more of a digital guy, digital marketing, what have you. This physical piece of paper goes into the person's pocket. And after the long day of being at the networking event, you get back to your hotel room or you get back home or what have you, and you go and change. Maybe you have dinner, you go change, and what do? You empty out your pockets. And where does this card go? Where does this card go? It goes on your nightstand, or it goes on your bookshelf, or it goes next to your toothbrush, depending on where you're kind of doing that, right? So like this physical piece of cardboard or whatever has now made its way into your most personal of places in life. And no, I don't want you to think of my hair and glasses while you're in your bedroom. But the point is that unlike digital, info, which is just fluttering all over the place, this card makes its way into a most personal place within your potential prospect or partner or client or vendor's space, right? And they remember that. And who knows? They may not pick this up and call the number or email me, but they'll see this face and the name of my company every time they pass their nightstand until they get rid of it. You may be one of those people when you get home, you just like take it out of your pocket and throw it in the garbage. I would hope not, because otherwise you're just wasting your own time. But this is one reason why I do always carry business cards. And one final bonus tip on business cards is your goal is to collect business cards, not to give out business cards. Yes, you're going to give out business cards, but you want to collect because you want to gather information so that you can make the outreach. Because, if you saw my last video on creating opportunities, you don't want to wait for opportunities. And you don't want to miss opportunities. You want to create opportunities. And the best way to do that is to collect information and not wait for people to collect yours. Okay? So, if you've been finding value in these videos I've been doing recently, give us a subscribe, please. Would really appreciate it. It'll help the algorithm gods get me on your newsfeed and other people's newsfeed so I can add more business value to you and to them, and I would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.